Jay Kelly from Glow Fertility here. I missed day 6 yesterday, so I'm kind of on catch up today with day 7. And day 7 is part of the challenge today, is a bit of a rant. So, I can rant. So today, I think, rather than a rant, what it is that I would like to share is about people's personal power being taken away from them when they have fertility issues that involve clinical appointments. As you can hear, I'm at the Yorkshire Showground again for the flower show. So one thing that I find incredibly frustrating, and it really gets my goat, is the fact that once people get into the system and with regards to IVF and fertility treatments, that all ownership of the woman's body is just taken away. Often very little hope given. So everything is in the hands of the team that are doing this, doing that, and there's very little permission, there's very little discussion and seeking permission from the person. And so I think my little rant today is more to do with the fact that I want more people to take back their personal power, take back control, ask questions, ask why, ask what the alternatives are. My own personal story was to do with going through the IVF process for surrogacy. There was a particular injection that I had to take, or I chose to take, to have, to the FSH, to make sure that the follicle stimulating hormone, to make sure that my ovaries popped out that egg from that follicle on that exact day to match up with the age of the embryo, the defrosting embryo. And day 1, the first cycle, I had a bad reaction and I hyperstimulated. And the second time we did it, I actually had a successful injection. It was a different type of injection. So when it came to doing it for the second baby, for the second IVF process, I was automatically given the same one as the first time. And when you read up about the different types of drugs, the different, maybe one's more synthetic, maybe one is more natural, you should be given choices. You should be able to find out what it is and make a choice as to which one you want. As it turned out, the one that I didn't react badly to was a more expensive natural version. So I think my rant, I'm going to try and keep it short here, so my rant is that it's very frustrating that people's personal power is taken away from them once they get into the IVF situation. And don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be afraid to research, because it's your body, it's your body, the ownership is yours. So I'm going to end this a very appropriate song. I did it my way. Feel free to pop along to the website or the Facebook page, Glow Fertility, or glowfertility.com. And another thing, actually, whilst I'm on with it, hope. Without hope, it's pretty naff, really. And when you go to IVF and you have that embryo popped back in a clinical theatre environment, you're then usually reminded of there's only a 1 in 3 chance of this working. That frustrates me because I want people to have hope. So, and I'm on at the moment. It's almost completed enough to be able to dish it out. But I've been writing for a little while a little book of hope. For people going through natural fertility journeys as well as people going through assisted conception. So that will be free to download shortly on glowfertility.com. So if you go on there and subscribe, I'll send out emails as soon as it's ready for you just to download that ebook. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and I'll bid you goodbye.